Hello everyone, this is Husani Lewis, and today I'm back with another video. And really and truly, I wasn't planning on making a video today. I was actually just gonna take a break at that, but once again I felt called to do it. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I'm gonna feel any better. Well, I know I'll feel a lot better after making a video and just venting out to whoever who's watching this video, but this is disappointing. Like, this is very disappointing, man. And I'm kind of not really proud to really wake up today as a black person, I guess you can say, and to just see all this BS that's been going on. And for those of you that know, yeah, some black guy was killed by some police officer. And I'll be honest, what I heard today, well, not that I was tuning into the news, but my parents just don't know when to just give the news a rest. I kept hearing that shit, and it really lit a firecracker up my own ass, man. I just lost it, and I just said, turn off the fucking TV. Now, I didn't say that to them, obviously, because I ain't trying to get in trouble, but I just said it in my room in frustration, because I'm sitting at my desk trying to write, and yet I can't even focus because that TV's too freaking loud. That even with my earphones in, I can still hear them. I can still hear the damn TV. It angers me. And it even angers me that people are buying into this nonsense. Like, guys, I want you to understand that all the chaos that might be going on the news, it's all fake. It's all staged for a reason. I hope you know that. They doing all this police brutality so y'all can be scared of the police. Like I said, man, not every cop is bad. There are some bad apples in the police force. That's something that I completely know, but not all of them are bad, man. And I don't know if this goes without saying, but me personally, this is just my theory. I feel like some of these police officers got chips in them. I'm not saying it's all of them, but I mean, you gotta think about it this way, right? The elites, they control everything. They control Hollywood, they control the media, they control the medical industry, they control everything, man. And I just feel like they gotta control people somehow. They gotta control these cops somehow, right? They even control the actors too. They probably got chips in them for all we know. Then again, I'm not saying it's as true or not, but that's just the way how I see it. There's just a whole lot of shit in the prison system that we don't know about. And speaking of the prison system, if y'all really want to know what's going on behind the scenes, y'all should really check out this YouTuber called Larry Lawton. He goes in depth with how the prison system works and all this shit and stuff like that. And he's even trying to change the prison system. And I respect the old man hardcore for that. So y'all should really go check his content out. It's amazing. But anyhow, back on topic, right? So I don't know what's going on, but today, from what my brother told me, he was basically mentioning and talking to me about some white guy going on Twitter talking about, or basically discrediting black people. And this is the shit that really pisses me off. And I know I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. I know a lot of people, they're triggered, or at least the bots for that matter, but the chosen ones, I know that we were angry. I'm angry about this, man. Like, this just comes to show that racism is still a big problem in today's society. Regardless, even though I guess you can say it's much more controlled, but they really trying to bring back the Wild West times where racism was huge, right? It's sad, man. It's sad, and racism is the reason why we're separated, because it's ego. Remember this, that this is an egotistical world we live in, man. At the end of the day, we're always going to have an ego. I'm going to have an ego. You're going to have an ego. Your friend's going to have an ego. But you have to keep that shit on a leash. You need to keep your ego on a leash, because when you are running or living within your ego, trust me, man, you're going to lose yourself. And that paves the way for you to make stupid mistakes that you should have never made, because you were caught up in the ego, man. Like, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in one of my previous videos, but I didn't go too in depth. But yeah, like a few weeks ago, I ran away from home because I was dissatisfied in the situation I was in. I was tired of my parents being controlling. I was tired of them listening to the crappy ass news. Just literally watching them just being fed lies, man. I was fed up with it. I felt like a victim, and I thought that leaving was the best thing. Even though, yeah, it was nice to get away from them, in the end, it never really worked out because, one, it's not like I had anywhere else to go. Two, I didn't really have any other connections. So that was the dumbest choice I ever made. But that's what happens when you were caught up in the ego. You think you know what you're doing is best, but that thing's not the best thing for you. That's why so many people out here are so unhappy, especially on Instagram, man. People rely on just pictures, likes, just so they can feel confident about themselves. And hey, nobody's perfect. I did it too. I played a role in that, man. I used to rely on likes from photos just so I could feel good about myself. But not anymore. Once I got rid of Instagram, that was the best thing I ever did for myself. Especially when I hopped on Sumo Retention, because it changed everything for me. But just know this, man. If you're someone out here that's putting people down for their skin, just by the color of their skin, being racist, even worst of all, fucking up people's jobs by burning down stores, breaking into stores and shit, I hope you know you're no better than these fucking demons that run this world. You're no better than these elites, man. I'm sorry. And I don't mean to be an asshole when I say this, but whoever these people are that are being racist, burning down shots and shit, fucking up people's jobs, they deserve whatever's in that vaccine, man. Karma's gonna hit them right in the ass. What goes around comes around. Remember that. What goes around comes around, man. Like, y'all had no right to be doing that. Y'all have no right to be doing that. What's wrong with you? Like, this is the stuff that angers me, and things are getting more worse and worse out here that I just don't even want to be here anymore. Even when I found out about this microchipping agenda back in 2019, I didn't want to be here. You know? It kind of reminds me of this whole Popeye's chicken sandwich situation that happened back in 2019 during Thanksgiving break. Like, never out of my 17 years of being alive, I've heard of a black guy getting killed over a piece of chicken. Like, have y'all ever watched Boondocks with that chicken flu episode? It's crazy how Boondocks predicted that, man. It's like history's repeating itself all over again. History's now repeating itself with this racism nonsense. Like, people are really believing and buying that. Like, me, even though I'm aware of what's going on in this world in terms of the agendas that are taking place with this New World Order agenda, there's still a whole lot of shit that I don't know that goes on behind closed doors, man. For all I know, that Floyd guy might still be alive. For all I know, that whole situation could have been staged on the news. I don't know. And honestly, I don't really want to go more in depth with it, because I know it's just going to piss me off, man. Like, as much as I try not to focus on the bad shit that goes on in this matrix, it's almost like it never stops coming. It's always finding a way to me. It's always finding its way to me. And I just have to sit there and just take that in, process this shit. But it's just disappointing how this world's coming to. Understand that all this separation and shit is just gonna get worse. I won't be surprised in like the next upcoming weeks they keep pushing more and more of this racism on the media so they can keep making money. That's why they keep pushing all this shit. That's why they keep pushing the mass deaths and all of this virus shit, because they're making money off of it. That's their goal. They want to separate you. This is what the elites want. They want to separate you. And even though I don't like the elites, if there's one thing that they're good at, they all know how to work together. Better than us humans. It's sad, man. I even said this yesterday. Even animals are even being much more of a better example. I bet money if you were to go and click on a video about, a dog meeting a duck for the first time, I bet you money that dog is going to really be kind. Is going to really be friendly to those ducks, man. You think animals have racism in them? Hell no. because they know how to respect each other. Us humans, not everyone's like this, but some humans, they just can't respect one another because of the color of their skin. Alright? It's just sad. It's just sad, man. Kind of like how, there's some black females out there, and I mean no disrespect to black females when I say this. There's just some out there that get triggered when they see a black guy like me dating outside of my own race, right? Not every girl's like this, but there are some that are just triggered by that shit, man. And it's sad. It's sad. Like, I already said this. I have no racism in me. I'm not a racist person. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Chinese. I don't care if you're black. I don't care if you're white, man. As long as you respect me, I will respect you back, even if you're gay or straight. Just be a decent human being. That's all we really can do in this matrix. Be a decent human being. And how? Is by letting go of the ego, man. You need to forget everything that this world's taught you, because everything this world has taught you is a lie. We're living backwards. Understand that we are living backwards. They're practically teaching you. The elites are practically trying to teach you to be against each other, when in reality, we have to be one with each other, man. Think about it. If y'all watched Avengers Infinity War and Endgame, the reason why the Avengers lost in Infinity War because they weren't fighting together. They were fighting separately. Divided we fall. But in Endgame, they all learned. Everyone learned to set their differences aside, and come together so they can fight. They had to become one with each other. That's how they were able to beat Thanos. Cap and Tony, they had to put their beef aside. They had to, make amends, come together, and stop Thanos. That's how they won. This is crazy, man. It's like the Purge, basically. People breaking into stores and shit. Just imagine if all the stores worldwide, Walmart, Dollar General, you name it, man. If all the stores were shut down, no one can get in to get anything, you know how crazy shit will get? It's gonna be like the whole situation that happened yesterday. When people breaking into stores and shit. People are gonna start doing whatever it takes to start getting shit that they need so they can eat. And they might even try and break into your own home. Now, I'm not saying this to scare you, but if that's the route these elites want to go, shit's gonna get ugly, man. It's gonna get very ugly, and I don't know what will happen from there. But like I said,